apologies for the late start. Crossing by Cox, it's just cleared out. The blinking laptop took a while to load up, but here we are, we're underway once again. About 5 minutes behind schedule for us anyway. So 5 minutes into the second half, it remains 0-0 between Coventry United and Studley. So a quick recap of today's teams: Coventry United, Allen, Glasgow, Valance, Cox, Prinzel, Hutchcox, Blythe, Blake, Peixoto, Unduna and Musa. Josh O'Grady brought off around 20 minutes in due to an injury. For the visitors, Studley, we have Brendan Bunn, Turner, Mullen, Byford, Joins, Dave Edwards, Stokes, Matt Edwards, Knight, Kenny Mbiko and Robbie Bunn. So those are the starting lineups for both sides. So again, apologies for the late start, but the blinking laptop would not start up. So there you go, you can blame the laptop. Turner with the throw-in, played straight back to the right back. And Duna heads it forward, looking for Musa. He has to pick up possession once again with Blythe in the centre. Long ball towards the box, headed away. And Cox, and once again they can only find the Studley defenders, but the away side can't quite clear their lines. Valance, and once again the header only finds Gary Turner. Not a lot of direction on the passing from Coventry United. Prinzel finds Valance on the right side. Couldn't quite find Peixoto, but United will have the ball again with Musa. Prinzel looking to find Blake, and defence there by the defender, but Blake couldn't quite get to the ball quick enough. Headed forward by Hutchcox. Only as far as Danny Byford. It's played on the left hand side now. Here's Bunn, crossing opportunity in for Stokes, and it's just cleared away. Matt Edwards was coming in. It was a shooting opportunity, but he slipped as he tried to have a go. United are able to clear their lines. Here's Peixoto now in the Studley half. It's towards Cox. It's offside. He's missed the shot anyway. So disappointing for Coventry United. But so far they have looked very feisty at the start of this first half. Goal to play about from Vicarage Road. Watford 0, Stoke 2. And a goal to bring you from the Hawthorns. West Brom 0, Norwich 1. So a quick score update there from the Premier League. The score at the Ricoh Arena between Coventry City and Swindon remains at 0-0. Here's Peixoto. And Valance, back to Peixoto on the right hand side, looking to create something. It's Chris Cox, who's got Peixoto in front of him, tries to flick it on. And Cox retains the ball and he's still going, eventually dispossessed there by Knight. And the ball down line to Kenny Mbiko, the young striker. Finds Danny Byford on the right hand side. He's got options, but he's been forced into the United midfield, and good challenge there from Musa. United look to perhaps something here. Ball towards Peixoto, nowhere near its intended target. Eventually goes back to the Studley goalkeeper Brendan Bunn. And a try at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry 20, Cinderford 17 is the score at the Butts Park Arena. Try for the Cinderford. A very close game at the Butts Park Arena. Just kicked off the second half. And Hutchcox and Byford both going for the same ball, and suddenly have the ball back. Knight, it plays with Kenny Mbiko, and he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but the referee, his assistant, put the flag up. Score remains Coventry United 0, Studley 0, and there's been a goal disallowed at the Ricoh Arena. Been disallowed for offside. There was a goal for Coventry City as well, but it has been disallowed. Booted forward by Blythe. It's towards Cox. Still trying to get the ball away, and the high boot. And Josh Blake is not happy with that one. The defender booted the ball clear. It was boot high in the air. Looks like he caught Blake in the arm. Blake was certainly not happy with the kick from Gary Joins. This reaction certainly wasn't anything to be desired. And it looks like it's going to be a drop ball. With Joins and Blake going for this one. Joins might want to try and keep his feet away from the ball here because Blake may well be a little bit fighty with this one. He's played it straight back to the goalkeeper from the drop ball. The score remains 0-0, 10 minutes into the second half at Sphinx Drive. Try and bring you the latest score from Bromsgrove's match very shortly. They are at home again today against Stafford Town. We actually heard they were level. And the score remains 0-0 at the Victoria Ground between Bromsgrove and Stafford. And cross in by Valance, and it's a goal kick. Not the best of crosses from the left-hand side. It's straight out. United really could do with getting some points on the board today, and in order to get the points, first you need the goals. But so far, they haven't really looked likely to get the goal. The only decent chance they've had so far is the running shot from Marino Pejeto towards the end of the first half. That's been about it. Long ball forward by Musa. Blake could try and get to that one, but it should be the goalkeeper's ball. He's going to have to boot this out for a throw-in, and he does. Coventry United have the throw-in. Around 5 yards away from the penalty area. And a substitution here for Coventry United. It's Matt Brown coming on for Blake. One of the best performances by Josh Blake. A rare start for the front man, but the established number 9 is going to come on in his place. So Matt Brown, wearing the number 16 shirt, prepares to replace Josh Blake in Coventry United's second change so far. They were forced into replacements early in the first half as Josh O'Grady suffered an injury which has forced him out of the game. Blake asking the physio to have a look at his arm after the kick by Joins, but United have the throw-in. And the throw-in towards Brown. United can't quite get the ball away, and United are on the back foot now with Kenny Mbiko trying to get his head on the ball. United have the ball in the defensive area. It's eventually won back. And Edwards' long ball finds the head of Hutchcox, and Musa will try and place one out of danger. Finds Nduna. Nduna on the left-hand side, plays it into the centre to Chris Cox. Lovely ball towards Valance, just headed away by Turner, who has been fantastic at right back. And it's still up for grabs here with United. Cox wins the ball. Valance is played over the defence towards Blythe, and it's been called offside. There's offside given against Blythe, with Brown rushing towards the ball. I mean, Blythe was definitely in an offside position, but was he interfering with play? I don't think he was. But nevertheless, with half an hour of play still to go, the score remains 0-0. Of course, we welcome you to get in touch with us via Twitter at Matchday Hillz for the latest goings on here at Coventry United. Prinzel finds Glasgow's got Pejeto in front of him and tries a long ball to Brown. It's back to Pejeto on the right hand side. Bit of a mix up there with Glasgow, and it's gone out for a throw in to Studley. Very frustrating game for Coventry United so far. The only blessing at the moment is that the Bromsgrove, their nearest rivals, are losing, but Nuneaton Griff are winning. So as things stand, United will actually drop to third place. And Valance He's lost the ball to Stokes. Fantastic opportunity here for Stokes. Trying to work his way past Valance, and Prince managed to nick the ball away in the nick of time. But we all know what Daniel Stokes can do. The former United man scored over 60 goals in his 2 years at United. Musa can't quite retain position in the centre circle. It's put forward towards Kenny and Mbiko. The fans asking for offside, but the striker has the ball. So trick his way past Glasgow. He's found Robbie Bunn, shooting opportunity, puts it over the crossbar. The first proper chance for Studley in this second half. The score remains 0-0. The Coventry United faithful certainly not forgetting their former hero. Now in the yellow and black of Studley. He may be in the enemy army today, but of course the United fans still appreciate what he did for them during their time, during his time with Coventry United. Still comes to United games every now and again when he can. The club still has a very special place in Daniel Stokes' heart, but he's here to win, much like any player. Duna can't work his way past Turner. Blythe gets there first. Here's Cox, back heel. Matt Brown being forced to the left-hand side. It's just nicked away there by Gary Joins. Throw in for Coventry United, right in the corner on the left-hand side. United! United! It's going to be taken by Valance and Duna on the edge of the area. Under pressure from two Studley defenders. Whipped in by Valance. It's also ahead of Cox. Cox sends it towards goal, and Blythe couldn't get his foot to it, and Studley will just manage to get this one clear. Good opportunity for Coventry United. They just couldn't quite get the final touch to it. Blythe swung at it. He just couldn't make connection. Kiddy and Mbiko on the right-hand side now for Studley. Under pressure from Valance and Prinzel. Squares it, finds Edwards. It's moving to the area. One opportunity now for Byford. Squares it, and it's blocked well by Hutchcox for a corner to the visitors, Studley. Score remains 0-0. Coventry United have made 2 of their 3 permitted substitutions, with Josh O'Grady subbed off 20 minutes in with so far unconfirmed injury. He was replaced by Gift Musa. The second change at the start of the second half was Matt Brown replacing Josh Blake up front. United still do have some quality on the bench, the likes of Brian and Love and Callum Burgess. And the corner will be taken by the Studley number 9, Joe Knight. He's got options in the centre, puts it in. Head towards goal by Stokes. It's put back onto the right-hand side towards Knight. Oh, he dodges the challenge of Valance. It's playing towards goal. Brilliant save by Allen. It was poked towards goal from Dave Edwards, but at point-blank range, Allen able to push the ball away from the net. Brilliant shot stopping from the United number 1. This game might be about to kick start into action. Brilliant save by the United man. Coventry United got to be careful here. They want to win this game, but they don't want to. They certainly don't want to lose it, especially with Bromsgrove drawing at the moment. Turner could only find Musa. Falls ahead of Cox, heads it on, and Brown could get onto the ball there. And it's just booted clear in the nick of time by Brendan Bunn as Matt Brown approached the ball. We are going to require a new ball unless Usain Bolt arrives and sprints over to the other pitch. And Edwin Greaves, the United manager, showing his appreciation to David Allen for a fantastic save. And Valance with the throw-in on this left side. He's got Peixoto and Blythe in support, finds the new signing Peixoto. Back to Valance. His pass towards Peixoto is well cut out, and Turner once again clears the ball, but Blythe puts it back into the area, headed out. Probably Bunn's long ball, only as far as David Allen. I believe the intended target was Vasno Kedi and Mbiko. But pass had no direction and too much power. Here's Gift Musa. Tries to find Blythe in the centre, but the pass is well cut out by Danny Byford. Kenny Mbiko racing onto a loose ball, and Allen gets there first. Boots it towards the head of Cox. Cox heads it on, looking for Brown, and Mullen able to clear his lines. It's going out for a Coventry United. Now, hasn't it? It's just been kept in by Prinzel. Just about. Blythe in the centre. Musa managing to keep the ball away from his Studley opponent. Peixoto plays it quickly to Valance. Stokes is behind him, and it prompts the pass. Headed forward by Cox, and head back towards the goalkeeper dangerously from Gary Joins. But it did find Brendan Bunn. The danger is over, at least for now, for Studley. Chris Cox. And offside against Matt Brown. He was in a lot of space on the right-hand side, but he made his run a little bit too quickly. Score here at Sphinx Drive remains Coventry United 0, Studley 0. It was a frustrating day for the hosts. Very much an end-to-end game here. Hutchcox can't clear the ball, and Knight has a go from long range, and that's not going to trouble the goalkeeper. It goes wide, out for a goal kick. Score updates from the Premier League, and a goal from Stamford Bridge. West Ham back in front. They are 2-1 in front at Stamford Bridge. Leicester still lead Crystal Palace by 1-0. Stoke lead Watford by 2-0, and Norwich are 1-0 up at West Brom. And score at the Ricoh Arena, Coventry versus Swindon. It's still 0-0. And the crowd announced for the game just over 12,400. Prinzel heads on towards Cox. Cox heads it up. Brown looking to get on the end of it. And here is Matt Brown. And Duna into the area. Chance there for Muzzy, and Duna just puts it over. Well worked opportunity there for Coventry United. Brandon Duna linking up well. But the winger, his shot just a little bit too powerful. Went over the crossbar. But at least that's something today. That's certainly something to build on. We've got just over 20 minutes of today's match still remaining. Lucky score from the Victoria Ground. Bromsgrove Sporting are in action at home to Stafford. And the match is still 0-0 at the Victoria Ground between Bromsgrove and Stafford. What Coventry United could do with getting a goal here, they could really take advantage. Coventry United still trying to find that goal. And here comes Studley, a long ball, looking for Stokes. And an opportunity here for Stokes, and it's a brilliant save again from David Allen. Brilliant stop from the Coventry United goalkeeper. Daniel Stokes with a low shot straight into the gut of David Allen, who's been brought in as cover for Rich Morris. So with saves like these, Rich Morris may not be guaranteed to come back after his injury, straight back into the starting lineup. You never know. Certainly giving Edwin Green something to ponder. Killian Biko tries to put it into the box. Good block by Prinzel. The Irish got to clear their lines here. A long ball forward, and Matt Brown, he's onside. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Matt Brown, surely he's put it over. Brilliant pressure there from Gary Joynes. The linesman's given a goal kick. It looked like Joynes had nicked the ball away, but the linesman on the far side has given a goal kick rather than a corner. The Coventry United fans are certainly not happy with this. It did seem as if Gary Joynes managed to nick the ball away. But the officiating from the linesman on the far side is being called into question. Matt Brown certainly not happy. He was 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Joynes behind him making a mess of himself. And it did look like Joynes managed to nick the ball away in the nick of time. And Daniel Stokes, the Studley attacking midfielder, is down. The physio has been called over as Stokes looks pretty uncomfortable here. Let's bring you the scores from the Championship. At the moment, Birmingham are level with Fulham at 1-1. Bristol City's lead at home to Bolton is now 3-0. Burnley and Wolves are currently 0-0. MK Dons 0. Brighton 2. Brighton bringing 7,000 fans. 7,000 fans to Milton Keynes. Absolutely incredible. When was the last time the team did that? Oh yeah, it was Coventry City, weren't it? Reading 1, Cardiff 1. QPR beating Preston 1-0, and Sheffield Wednesday are beating Charlton 1-0. The Ricoh Arena remains 0-0 between Coventry City and Swindon. But the Coventry Rugby Club have got another try. Coventry Rugby Club now 30 points to 17 in front. And a bonus point for the Blue and Whites. And Silverburn now have actually got back on it. It's now 30-24. The game's back underway. Blythe heads it forward. Only as far as Millen. Keddy and Biko. A good start challenge from Martin Hutchcock. Here's Nduna. Tries the ball down line towards Matt Brown. And that should be dealt with by the goalkeeper. Brown running towards the goal, but Bunt manages just to get that one away, but only just. He scuffed his clearance, and it's gone out for a throw-in. United aren't able to do anything with the throw-in. Gideon Beaker can't get to the clearance. Here's Prinzel. And puts it in towards Nduna, just a little bit too powerful. And goes to the goalkeeper, Brendan Bunn. 15 minutes to go here at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United 0, Studley 0 is the score at the moment. If you have anything to say on today's game, then please do get in touch with us via Twitter at Matchday Hillz. More than welcome to send in a review of the game. We'll read it out after the final whistle. And Prinzel's clearance blocked. United are able to clear the danger. There's no one on the right-hand side. Very frustrating game for Coventry United. Hutchcock has it forward, only as far as Danny Byford. But the pass only as far as Rob Prinzel. Musa. And Blythe blasts that one forward, and Muzzy and Duda could get on the end of that, and the goalkeeper just gets there first and puts it out for a corner. Sorry, throw-in, I should say. Brendan Byrne doing his job once again. And it's going to be time to award our Hillz FM Man of the Match award very shortly. About 5 minutes' time, as Studley prepare to make their first change, and it's their second top scorer, Jarrell Hilton, who's coming on for Vasno Kediambiko. And a Coventry United change as well, as Brian and Love, the brother of former Coventry City man Peter and Love, gets ready to come on, and he is going to be replacing, it's going to be Muzzy and Nduna. So Brian and Love replacing Muzzy and Nduna in United's final change. Good performance there from Muzzy and Nduna. Looks very tired coming off the pitch, and who could blame him? He's been fantastic today. And Brian and Love comes on as United have two men up front. 15 minutes to go at Sphinx Drive. United have a throw-in, and Valance lofts it into the area. Brown couldn't quite get his head to it, and Studley will play it out of danger. Knight finds Hilton. And Valance gets there first, but it's a free kick given to Coventry United for an earlier infringement. And the United faithful showing their disdain for the decision from the referee. Some questionable officiating so far. And Dave Edwards leaving the free kick for the goalkeeper, Brendan Bunn. A little bit of time wasting. I'm sure Studley will be very happy with the points at second place Coventry. The free kick has gone straight out. No, it's just been kept in by David Allen. Clearance towards the head of Brown. Couldn't quite get there. And now Gary Turner couldn't get to the ball quick enough with the pass by Blythe towards Peixoto. Has gone out for a throw-in. Throw into Studley, which will be taken by Gary Turner. I've got to ask the question here, are Studley going to continue with their attack, or are they happy to just settle for a point? Prinzel's long ball towards the head of Brown, couldn't quite get there. Clearance by Byford. And Musa gets in there well, but the header only as far as Byford once again. And it's down line, a chance here for Daniel Stokes. He's got space on the right hand side, crosses it in towards Hilton. And Hilton trips as he closed in on the ball, and United can breathe easy once again. And Brown nods it on towards the love, and it's dealt with by Dave Edwards. Again, coming to life. The ball's played back to Bunn. Booted away by the Studley goalkeeper. Here's Prinzel now, the centre back for Coventry United. Tries to find Cox, and it's well cut out by Kyle Mullen. Coventry United throwing in their own half. It's been a very frustrating game for Coventry United so far. Score remains 0-0. Over down line towards Hilton. And some bad news coming in from the Victoria ground. Bromsgrove have scored not once, but twice. Bromsgrove 2, Stafford 0. So the only good thing about today so far is now gone. It looks like it could be that the league goes up to 6 points for Bromsgrove Sporting. And Nathan Griff are also winning today, but here comes Matt Brown down the right hand side. He's got some space. Still going. Brown puts in. Oduna! Oh no! It's just. And Love couldn't sort his feet out. Getting in front of goal. Brilliant cross from Matt Brown. But Oduna just couldn't quite sort his feet out. A brilliant chance goes begging for Coventry United. I think that just sums up today. Close but no cigar. Coventry United have roughly 10 minutes to get the goal that will surely win them the match. And the goal kick towards the head of Stokes, it goes straight out.
Come on, United! Come on, lads! Yeah, Canary!
Now looking to craft something here, and the clearance is made by Edwards. Just lacking that little bit of creativity at the moment. Prinzel. United trying to clear their lines here. Hilton challenging Musa. Musa brought down. Referee says no. Here's Hilton. Puts it onto the right hand side. Stokes offside by the called by the assistant's line by the linesman. And it's now time to name our Hillz FM Matchday man of the match. We'll be naming our man of the match as soon as the ball goes out of play. But here's on Love trying to get onto the ball, and it's caught well by Bunn. And I think there's only one man that can win the man of the match award. It is, of course, Coventry United goalkeeper David Allen. I have to say, until the second half, I did think it was going to be Gary Turner of Studley. But the fantastic saves of Allen have really meant that there was only one man that could give it to. And here's Matt Brown on the edge of the area, tries to put it in. Still Matt Brown, and Brown has a go. It's head towards goal. Caught ball by Brendan Bunn. Head towards goal. I believe it was Blythe who got the final touch on it. And Coventry United certainly coming into this game, but is it too little, too late?
Big head, Martin.
Throw in to United on this left side. Valance will take it. Head on by Love. And it's gone straight to the goalkeeper. So as things stand, Coventry United will slip to 6 points behind Bromsgrove. They've got just under 10 minutes to go, so they can still change that. But although United have 2 games in hand, with a 6 points difference, that will only mean that United can draw level with Bromsgrove with those games in hand. So they will need Bromsgrove to slip up. Score update from the Butts Park Arena. Coventry 33, Cinderford 24. And Cox on the ball, coming into the area. Cox has a go. Oh, what a goal! Brilliant strike! Chris Cox on the right side of the penalty area. Thunderous strike into the far bottom corner. We've had to wait for it, but it was well worth waiting for. Coventry United 1, Studley 0. Take that, Bromsgrove! Suddenly caught off guard, and Chris Cox with some space on the right hand side worked his way into the box. Thunderous strike from the right corner, and it found the net. Well, it's been a while since we've had something to shout about here at Sphinx Drive, but the 3 points look like, for the moment, they're coming home. We've had to do it the hard way, but Coventry United are in front. And with, I believe, 7 or 8 minutes to go, it's Coventry United 1, Studley 0. And the skipper leading by example. What they could do with going to get a second goal here just to make sure of the points. Stokes manages to keep it in, but Valance should get there first. And Valance's clearance is blocked by Stokes, but it's gone out for a United throw in. And United will be very happy to just a slow walk towards the ball. And Love tries to work past Turner, and a good block again by Love. Turner. And Cox trying to get to the ball first, and does so, but the ball will be picked up by Robbie Bunn. And a good side challenge by Cox. And it's gone out for a United throw, and it took a touch off Robbie Bunn last. And United will take their time with this one. 5 minutes to go, and they are in front at last. And really the performance of United goalkeeper David Allen is all the more crucial now, with United in front, and without Allen, really, United could have been 2 or 3 goals down. Some fantastic saves from the United backup goalkeeper, with Rich Morris out of action today. Glasgow being forced towards his defence. He needs to do something with the ball here. And puts it towards Brown, and wouldn't you know it, that's offside. The linesmen have been very flag happy today. And Coventry United looking to just see this game out. 5 minutes of normal time remaining, plus around 2 minutes of injury time. And clearance by Bunn towards Stokes, and that will go out for a Coventry United throw-in on this near side. And some of the fans are making their way over to the exit, thinking that the game's over. Valance's long throw towards the head of Brown, only as far as Turner, who heads it out once again a little bit further up the pitch, and the United coaches aren't very interested in hurrying the play up. It's another throw in to United. Studley clearing their lines. And Coventry United ready to take this throw in. The referee having a quick word with the Studley bench. And there's a second ball on the pitch, short delay for that. And Valance will take the throw in. He's got Unlove, Brown, Blythe and Peugeot in support. Finds Matt Brown. It's towards Unlove. Will he keep it in? No, he won't. So at the end of today's game, which hopefully will be after a victory for Coventry United, we have a special announcement from Hillz FM Matchday. So make sure you stay locked to the game after the final whistle, because we have a special announcement regarding our coverage. Bunn's kick is kept in by Danny Byford, but only for a short while. It ended up going out. And Valance taking his time with the throw-in. Gets to Brown. Peugeot towards Unlove. Has he got the ball? He has. He finds Cox on the right side of the area. First touch wasn't great, but he's still got the ball, and Cox has a go. Blocks, and still Cox, and puts it over the crossbar in a pretty similar position as to the one we scored from. And Coventry United closing in on a much needed victory, with Bromsgrove winning, Nuneaton Griff winning. They needed the 3 points, and it looks like they've got them in the bag now. And a goal is a luxury that the Sky Blues don't have today. Coventry City still drawing 0-0 with Swindon Town. The goal kick towards the head of Hutch Cox. Knight gets there first. United have still got to be wary of the Studley danger. Prinzel has possession of the ball and puts it out for a throw-in. Still in a dangerous position. And United have made sure that the ball is nowhere to be found. Another ball is required. And another distraction for Coventry United. More time wasting on the cards. This time by not much fault of their own.
2 balls now. 2 balls.
We have got another ball, and United will be able to. Studley will be able to get this game back on the road. Knight's throw. United deal with it. Good clearance by Prinzel. Turner's header. Edwards tries to put it towards his namesake, Matt Edwards. But here come United again. Unlove. It's just nicked away by Coleman, but Unlove still fighting for the ball. And Turner will get possession of it now, but Clive manages to dispossess him. And a throw-in to Coventry United. Coventry United have the throw-in, and Daniel Stokes not happy with that one. United are in search of a second goal just to make it certain. They've lost possession. Dave Edwards, long ball, looking for Hilton. Prinzel needs to get there first. Prinzel does get there first. They're claiming a high boot. But the referee has said no, and United have a throw-in in their own half. Hilton not happy because of a high boot. But Valance certainly did get the ball. And we are now into added time here at Sphinx Drive. Studley still in with a chance of getting something from this game. Hutchcox couldn't get to the clearance. It's headed up. And Musa will put that, well, he's kept it in just about, but only as far as Joe Knight. Still an opportunity here with Matt Edwards. Brought down, free kick. Around 10 yards outside the penalty area. Dangerous position here. And Studley could still yet get something out of this game. A free kick, around 10 yards outside the area. Joe Knight standing over this one, the Studley striker. A 4-man wall of Unlove, Blythe, Valance and Musa. Only one man forward for United with Matt Brown. Only 2 men back. In fact, now there's only 1 man back for Studley. As Kyle Mullen makes his way towards the box. It's put in. That's going to go straight into the grateful gloves of David Allen, the Hillz FM Matchday man of the match. Simple catch.
England's #1. England.
And the referee will shortly be blowing his whistle for the final time. We approach the full-time whistle. Cox. Good run down the right-hand wing. Knight makes sure he doesn't go any further, but Cox still has the ball under pressure, this time by Robbie Bunn. And it's gone out of play for a Studley throw-in, just level with their own box. About a minute of injury time already played. United win possession back here, but Brown couldn't do anything with the ball. Received the ball in the area. I don't think he was expecting it, but he could have been a little bit better with it. And Love, cross in, and it's gone out for a goal kick, and Love slipped as he crossed the ball. Shouldn't matter though, the referee will be blowing his whistle any minute now. And Brendan Bunn makes the clearance. And it should get the ball here, it's headed back by Stokes. And Valance couldn't quite get there. Here's Hilton on the right hand side, surrounded by red shirts, still going. It's Hilton. Hilton still going. Can he get the cross in? He can't get the cross in. It's deflected off Gift Musa for a corner to Studley. And the corner is put in towards the far post. Stokes gets his head on it. Cox and Knight and Peugeot just manages to make the clearance, but it's come back to Robbie Byrne on the left-hand side of the penalty area. He's got Mullen in support. Gary Turner. Back to Hilton on the right-hand side, into the area. Good challenge there by Hutchcox. And still an opportunity for Studley, and Allen able to gather the ball, and that should be all she wrote. And Coventry United surviving that Studley attack. Peugeot. Now Brown. And United can't retain possession. Long ball play forward. Prinzel gets there first. Is that 4? It's just kept in by Peugeot. It was going out for a throw, but it's just been kept in. Blythe. And the ball down line to Peugeot. No offside given. Still going. It's Marino Peugeot. The cross isn't a fantastic one. It should be dealt with. But United had the ball back with Love on the edge of the area. And Cox, surely to make it 2-0, deflected! That was going in for certain, but a great block by the Studley defender. I believe it was Gary Joins. And it's gone out for, I believe it's gone out for a corner. And United will take their sweet time about this one. This should be the final piece of action of this match. Certainly not the best of fixtures. But at the moment, United are set to take the 3 points. All they've got to do is just keep the ball in the corner. That's exactly what they're doing, trying to run down the clock. And Love now has the ball. Back to Peugeot, crosses it, and it's been given as a free kick. No, offside, given against Peugeot. And the fans asking where's the final whistle. It should be coming up right about now as Brendan Bunn prepares to take this free kick.
Come on, ref, last orders in the bar soon. No, let him go back. Blow your whistle.
The free kick to be taken.
How long, ref?
And the referee still not blowing his whistle. And Hutchcox makes the headed clearance.
It's about 8 minutes.
And we've already played about 5 minutes of added time here. And the referee checking his watch. He should be. Surely there hasn't been 5 minutes of added time. Musa finds Cox. And Live is in space on the right hand side. And that's all she wrote. The final whistle here at Spinks Drive. United have done it the hard way, but they've got the 3 points. Not the most entertaining of fixtures. Some fantastic goalkeeping from David Allen has been proved all the more crucial as Chris Cox scored the winning goal with around 5 minutes of normal time remaining. Certainly not the prettiest of games, but a crucial scoreline for Coventry United. The final score at Sphinx Drive, Coventry United 1, Studley 0. And the United players make their way over to the fans. And the United faithful showing their appreciation after a very hard-fought win.
United! 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 United!
And the latest news from the Ricoh Arena, it looks like the final whistle is about to be blown, and wouldn't you know it, it's still 0-0.
Boring.
As they're into 4 minutes of added time at the Ricoh. It is still 0-0. Bromsgrove have won. So unfortunately for United, they haven't made up any ground, but they haven't lost any either. And the final score at the Victoria Ground, Bromsgrove Sporting 3, Stafford Town 0. So Bromsgrove, well, they would have remained at the top of the table anyway, regardless of the results here, but they have maintained their 4-point lead over United. The Nuneaton Griff also victorious. They have won by 2-0 at home to, I believe it was Cadbury. So just before we head off into the sunset, what am I saying, sunset? It's thick cloud over Coventry. And also it's the first day of spring today, so the sunset's not going to be for another 2 or 3 hours or so.
We could all take a breath now after that.
That's after a very hard-fought win for Coventry United. That's it, the hard way, but they've got the points. Let's go through today's final scores, starting off with the Barclays Premier League. Everton 0, Arsenal 2, Chelsea 2, West Ham United 2. That is a latest score. They haven't quite finished there, but Chelsea have got an equaliser. Crystal Palace 0, Leicester City 1. That is a final score, so Leicester remain at the top. Watford 1, Stoke 2, West Bromwich Albion 0, Norwich City 1. That's a latest score. Swansea and Villa kick off in about half an hour's time. On to the Championship now. Derby County 1, Nottingham Forest 0. That's a final score. Most of these games are later scores actually. There's only 2 final scores in the Championship. Birmingham 1, Fulham 1, Brentford 0, Blackburn 1. Bristol City 6, Bolton 0. Thrashing there at Ashton Gate. Burnley 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Ipswich Town 0, Rotherham United 1. That is a final score. Leeds United 1, Huddersfield Town 4. And Leeds were 1-0 up at one point. Milton Keynes Dons 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. The 7K at the MK, certainly going home happy today. Preston 1, Queen's Park Rangers 1, a late equaliser from the Lily Whites. Reading 1, Cardiff 1, and Sheffield Wednesday 3, Charlton 0. Sky Bet League 1, Bury 2, Shrewsbury Town 2, Coventry City 0, Swindon Town 0, Crewe Alexandra 1, Blackpool 2, Doncaster Rovers 1, Peterborough United 2, Fleetwood Town 0, Barnsley 2, Millwall 1, Sheffield United 0, Oldham Athletic 2, Rochdale 3, Port Vale 0, Burton Albion 4, Scunthorpe United 1, Chesterfield 1, Southend United 1, Gillingham 1, Walsall 1, Colchester 1, and Wigan 1, Bradford 0. Sky Bet League 2, Newport County 1, Bristol Rovers 4, AFC Wimbledon 1, York City 1, Barnet 0, Oxford United 3, Cambridge United 3, Yeovil Town 0, Carlisle United 1, Wycombe Wanderers 1, Crawley Town 0, Hartlepool United 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 0, Accrington Stanley 1. In fact, AFC Wimbledon have just grabbed a last-minute winner at home to York. That's just been confirmed now. AFC Wimbledon leading York by 2-1. Leyton Orient 1, Morecambe 0, Mansfield Town 1, Portsmouth 1, Notts County 1, Exeter 4. Who was expecting that result? Plymouth Argyle 0, Luton Town 1, and Stevenage 2, Northampton Town 2. And finally, the Scottish Premiership, Kilmarnock 0, Celtic 1, Hamilton 1, Partick 2, Hearts 0, St Johnstone 3, Motherwell 2, Aberdeen 1, and Ross County 0, Inverness 3. And in fact, we've just got another score update from League 2. Northampton Town have grabbed a last-minute winner at Stevenage. It's now 3-2 to Northampton. And in fact, Wolves have just equalised at Burnley. So Wolves have equalised at Burnley, a crucial goal at the top of the championship there. And full-time at the Ricoh Arena, it's confirmed. Coventry City 0, Swindon Town 0. And also the final score at the Butts Park Arena, where Coventry Rugby Club were in action today at home to Cinderford. It's not been the best of seasons for them, has it? But they have taken a bonus point victory at home to Cinderford. Very close bonus point victory. Final score, Coventry Rugby Club 33, Cinderford 27. Right, now for all of you that have stayed with us here at Hillz FM Matchday, I've got a very special announcement to make at the end of today's fixture. Now, since we started this broadcast back in, I think it was late January, early February, we've seen some absolutely sensational moments. I think you'll agree. Our first match at Atherstone on that freezing cold Tuesday night. Since then, a lot has happened. And I'm sure that from now until the end of the season, a lot is going to happen. So, I'd like to announce right now that at the end of the season, myself, Hillz FM and Coventry United will be putting together a half-season review. Now, of course, the first half of the season won't be covered on this review because we haven't got the resources to do that, because we didn't start until the we didn't start until the second half of the season. But I'm very happy to announce that we will be making a DVD of Coventry United's best action. It's probably actually going to be a CD, actually, because it's only going to be sound rather than film. That's something we are actually hoping to sort out next season. But yeah, there you go, the special announcement, an audio end-of-season review for Coventry United. More details of that to be announced in due course. Right, that is it for me here at Sphinx Drive. I would say I'll see you next week, but I won't, because I'm going to be in Berlin, Germany for my first ever England away game as Germany take on England in Berlin. Coventry United are going to be in action next weekend. They are going to be away at Hillz, so the very, very, very best of luck to Coventry United, the players, the management, and of course the fans as well, as they head to Hillz next Saturday. Although I may not be with you, you're always going to be in my heart, lads. Look after yourselves. Make sure you bring those points home. So I will be back in 2 weeks' time, which I believe is the 2nd of April. It's amazing to think we're in April already. It's amazing, isn't it? So really, we're entering the last month of the season. Absolutely incredible. But that's where I'm going to leave you for today's episode of Hillz FM Matchday. I hope you have enjoyed the coverage, highlights of this game. I would say what highlights, but yeah, highlights of the game will be available via my official Mixcloud page next week. All you got to do is search Hillz FM Matchday in your YouTube search. All you got to do is type in mixcloud.co.uk/Liam Cook. You can catch the highlights from Monday, because I'm going to be putting together the highlight package on Monday afternoon. The highlights will be available on YouTube from Monday afternoon. It's going to be about a 5 to 10 minute clip, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled for that. All you got to do is search Hillz FM Matchday in your YouTube search bar. Thanks for sticking with us. I know it's not been a fantastic game today here at Sphinx Drive, but 3 points, perfect way to end the day. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the other side of the end of the month. Until we meet again, stay safe and stay sporty. And of course, together for Coventry. Thank you and good night.